What's going on, Coach Chris here. So a big misconception that health and fitness professionals have is they need a website. They need a fancy website with all these cool little buttons, all these cool little tabs. What if I told you you don't even need a website? What if I told you there's a solution to this to where it's like you don't have to spend a lot of money, a lot of time on websites, testing it all out, making it all function, hire a web developer, going and watching trainings. What if you could just create a client getting Facebook group to start off? Super easy, super affordable, and you get clients like a microwave, okay? So make sure to watch this training because that's exactly what you're gonna learn.
Well, what's going on, guys? Welcome. Good evening. Some of you guys might be an hour ahead. That might be considered night at this point, but this is Coach Eric, got Coach Chris over here. So yeah, thank you guys for your time, your guys' attention. This will be a really good training. It'll be an eye-opener. We got a lot of great feedback from the session earlier today from it. So we're testing out 2 different times. I think this will be really cool doing these 2 times during the day. So really quick before I get started, how many of you guys are utilizing a Facebook group to acquire clients? Just type a 1 or just even give me a hand raise if you guys are using it. Nope. Okay, cool. Christopher, and then I see Thomas family. Anybody else using a Facebook? Thomas, you said yep. Okay. Cool. Well, see, this will be really good, guys, because utilizing a Facebook group to generate leads is very, very crucial right now. And for us, the biggest thing what we're trying to teach here to you guys, whether it's mainly for the online game, right? It's the 4 C's. So the 4 C's is we're always going to create content, okay? That's always going to be a given on a platform, whether it's Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, whatever. You guys want to create content, right? From that content, it's going to create what's called a connection. And that's a hand raise, that's someone commenting, sharing, liking, all that stuff. From there, what we're doing is we're sparking up a conversation after that. Then that conversation on the DM or the Messenger app should lead to what's called a conversion on a phone call or a Zoom call where you guys sell them into your guys' coaching program, okay? So there's a lot of good stuff you could do utilizing these 4 C's within the context of a Facebook group. So we'll be teaching that. We'll be teaching some cool stuff today. So let's go ahead and get started on that, Chris.
All right, cool.
Oh, and then the bonus gift too. Yeah. So let me go ahead and drop the bonus gift to you guys right now before I forget about that. So I'll drop that right now in the chat, guys. So I want to reward you guys for showing up. So there you go.
Man, Coach Eric almost gypped you guys. He almost forgot that bonus gift.
I know. I need more coffee in me.
All right, cool. We got that dropped, right?
Yep.
Okay, guys, let's get into this, okay? So really quick, before we get into it, let's have a little bit of fun here, right? We don't like making these things all boring and stuff. Let me get this timer off right here. So guys, do you guys have something to drink right now? I know some of you guys have your cameras off, totally fine, but we like to do a cheers here. I have one of these like sparkling waters. Maybe some of you guys have a glass of wine. Maybe it's beer. Who knows, right? It is after 5 o'clock somewhere though, right? So let's go ahead and do a cheers in 3, 2, 1. All right. Take a big sip.
There we go.
Okay. Now we're ready to roll. Okay. You guys are probably like, what the heck is this right here? A microwave, right? So we're in a mastermind, and there's a couple of Facebook group experts in there, and they said that a Facebook group is like an analogy or metaphor like a microwave, right? Because if you think about it, in your Facebook group, you have all of your hot buyers in there, and you have basically your perfect future clients. So people that are your ideal avatar and your niche, okay? So it's a great opportunity to sit there and get leads in there and warm them up fast like a microwave. They turn into prospects, and they turn into high-paying online clients, okay? Now, again, you guys are probably like, what the heck is this? Why does he have oatmeal here on this page? Well, I'm an oatmeal fan. Are you guys an oatmeal fan? Can you guys give me a hand raise or a 1 in the chat? Any oatmeal fans? Okay, Shantae, yep. Oatmeal fan. Come on, who doesn't like oats? All right, so let's do this really quick. I want to show you guys kind of just like what this Facebook group microwave process looks like. It's a pretty cool analogy, and I think you guys will get a lot of value out of this, okay? And what I'm going to do is I'm going to do this basically an analogy of a Facebook group, and then also with you guys is like oatmeal, okay? So let's just say that right here on the bottom part, we're going to talk about like dry oats, okay? And then up here, we're going to talk about a cold lead that you guys have on Facebook. So obviously, guys, this green check mark, that means the end destination. That means like the outcome. So when we have dry oats, right, the end destination and the outcome is obviously to eat it, right, to get in our belly because we're hungry, right? We want to get full. Now with a cold lead, the end destination of the outcome is to have them become a high paying client, right? So we'll just say a client. Now there's two ways we can do this, right? With a cold lead and dry oats, right? So if we look at this side right here, this could be a slow process, right? And then over here could be a fast process. So let me put this line in the middle right here for you guys so you guys can see this visually, okay? Now, if we look at the slow process for dry oats, guys, we have two options, right? We could put it in a microwave and then we can do like cook oats on like a pot or something like that with water. So let's just say right here, this slow option is a pot. So in the chat, how long do you guys think that dry oats would take to boil in a pot? Throw out some times, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 20 minutes. What do you guys think?
Shantae said 10 minutes. David, 5.
Someone said 20 minutes earlier. I was like, what kind of oats are you cooking?
15 minutes. Okay.
Okay, cool. Now, if we look at it this way, guys, like what if we
12.
what if we cook I was going to say eggs. What if we cook the oats in the microwave? Give me some times in the chat. How long would that take for you guys to microwave your guys' oats?
2 to 3 minutes, 45 seconds.
Yep.
Yeah.
So you guys see where I'm going with this, right? Where we want to get our leads in like a microwave process to warm them up faster and have them become high paying clients. So again, if we're looking at this on the other side where it's a cold lead, let's just say maybe you guys are doing like a bunch of Facebook profile content, right? It's a slow process in a way, right? Because it depends on how much you guys are posting, what the distribution is, what the strategy is, right? All that type of stuff, right? And then, so the second option would be, all right, let's do it the fast way. Let's get them in the Facebook group. Because again, that's our hot buyers in there. That's our perfect future clients based off our avatar in our niche. So our chances to really get clients a lot faster is potentially in this Facebook group, okay? Can you guys give me a head nod if this is making sense? You guys following me? Okay, cool. It's making sense. All right, let's move along here. Okay, so what we're going to teach in this client getting Facebook group training, right, is there's going to be 4 different areas on this. I can't teach all 4 tonight just because it's going to take like an hour, right? But I will teach you guys this first part, which is going to be really good, okay? Now, in a Facebook group team, this is what it looks like. There's really 2 kind of sides of it when you guys are like building it, right? We obviously want to fill the Facebook group with our leads, right? The second one is you want to sell it. And believe it or not, a lot of health and fitness coaches get this wrong. They'll just make a Facebook group just to keep up with the Joneses, right? To be like, oh, I got a Facebook group, like, yeah, I give value and stuff, but nobody buys anything out of there. They don't know how to sit there and, basically monetize it or be able to like to serve people and give their products or their offers. Okay. So that's a big problem, right? Why just have a Facebook group that's going to sit there? Okay. So that's 2 areas that we really want to focus on is fill the Facebook group and then sell in the Facebook group. So what we're going to talk about today is some tech and organic ways to fill up your Facebook group. And then these other ways, I'll just show you guys, like there's 7 ways to fill the group. And the other one is the welcome process. And this is a huge key area that a lot of people miss the boat on the welcome process, looking for the people that are ready to buy right now, okay? And this last one is the group launch schedule. So again, a lot of people have a Facebook group and they'll post content, but it'll be crickets, or they'll wonder why, just like they pull their hair out because they don't know like how to get in a rhythm, or they don't know how to sit there and really have a good content schedule that to where every single week you guys can have people raise their hand and be like, yes, I want to jump on a phone call, or yes, I'm interested in your guys' offer. Okay. So again, what we're going to teach today is this area right here, how to fill your guys' Facebook group, right, with some tech and organic. Okay.
Yeah. And really quick, I just want to mention, guys, like if you think about it in this context, right, Chris said the microwave versus the oats or just cooking it on like a stove, right? So what we're essentially trying to do with the Facebook group is we're trying to turn a stranger into a friend and then into a buyer. And you do that, you warm them up a lot quicker to get to know, like, and trust you by, being part of a community.
Yeah, that's good. Stranger, friend, and buyer. And then KLT, know, like, trust. Okay. So let's talk about that first area, guys. Let's talk about the quick friend group plan. This is how you fill your guys' Facebook group. Okay. So if we look at this, really there's 2 sides to this coin. So the first one, the second one right here, basically there's 3 ways you guys can fill your guys' group. Okay. And then, so the first one is going to be basically you can do paid ads, right? But I'm not going to get into any paid ads right now. You could obviously run Facebook ads and stuff like that and be able to fill your guys' new Facebook group. That's an option, right? But that doesn't always mean that it's effective, right? Because of the quality of the leads, okay? So these other two ways basically is, the second one is money, which we'll say is a software. Okay, so I'm going to show you guys a couple of cool softwares that we've used and tested out, and we've used with our accelerator students that have had really good success with building their Facebook groups. Okay, so with software, obviously, it's going to cost you guys money depending on what it costs, for the software per month, right? But what that does is it actually decreases your guys' time because you're paying for the software to do some automation stuff. Okay, now the third one is basically, we'll say manual. There's a way you guys can do this manually, right? Obviously, the trade-off with that is, we'll say a clock. It's your time, right? Because you're not spending any money on this, right? But at least there's three ways that you guys kind of understand how you guys can fill up your guys' Facebook group. And what we're going to do is we're going to teach you guys these two ways right here to fill up your guys' Facebook group, okay? And then basically there's three options with the software and doing this manually, okay? So the first one, which I'm going to show you, is called Friend Filter. So if you guys want to write that down, it's called Friend Filter. That's a really cool software, which I'm going to show you guys right now. The second one is called Pepper. Pepper, like you put on like your steak, like your eggs, all that. And obviously the third one I just talked about, there's a way to do it manually, which I'll show you guys, okay? All right, can you guys give me an exclamation in the comments if you guys are ready to rock and roll? And let me know if you guys are ready to learn how to fill your Facebook group. Shantae's ready. Nobody else is ready. Chris is ready.
There we go.
Yeah, you gave me 3. All right. I know it's the evening. Okay, let's talk about Friend Filter here, okay? So again, this is a software we've used it with accelerator students, right? This is kind of what it looks like in the back end of Friend Filter, okay? So what this does basically is you guys are allowed 5,000 friends on your guys' Facebook profile. So that's a whole nother story, is don't sit there and waste your guys' time creating a Facebook fan page unless you guys are going to run paid advertisement. Other than that, the algorithm is shot and it's a pay to play game. So post everything that you guys are doing on your guys' Facebook profile, okay? Now on your Facebook profile, you're allowed 5,000 friends, okay? The mistake people make is they think that, oh man, I got to be buddies with people in high school. I got to have, my college people on there. I got to have my whole entire family on there, right? And people start feeling bad, right? Because they start deleting people. But guys, again, this is business media. It's not social media, okay? You guys are running a business. And out of these 5,000 people, do you guys want buyers, or do you guys just want people just on there just to be like, oh, I'm seeing what David's doing. I'm seeing what Viet's doing. I'm seeing what Shantae's doing all the time. No, guys, come on. You guys are in this game, right, to serve people and make money as well too, right? So you might as well utilize those 5,000 friends as much as you possibly can, because it actually adds up pretty fast, okay? So what this does, right, is basically on Friend Filter, every single week when you run the software, it deletes 100 friends. And those 100 friends can be inactive like users. It could be people that just are not your perfect future clients that are going to ever buy, right? So it cleans it out. And what it allows you to do is friend request the right people you guys are looking for. So this is why it's super important, guys, to know your avatar and niche. Because let's just say you're looking for, busy dads or busy professionals or looking for busy moms. That's a niche and an avatar, right? So you go into Facebook groups, you guys look them up, right, on Facebook, and you guys can friend request them. Those are the people you want to see consuming your guys' content you're posting on your guys' Facebook profile. So that's what's cool about Friend Filter is if you guys need something like that to delete like friends that aren't your buyers, okay, cool. You guys can do that with some automation. If not, you guys can spend some time, right? Or hire a VA to do that every single week, and they can clear out like 50 to 100 people every single week that aren't going to be your guys' future buyers. Does that make sense, guys? Can you guys give me a hand wave if this is making sense?
Yeah, and just let me interject on that really quick. So that goes back to what I said in the beginning about the 4 C's, right? So the content, connection, conversation, and then conversion. So knowing your avatar and niche, I mean, that's a whole nother separate training that would take, a while to do that. But it is very important, guys, because then again, that makes your guys' content distribution way more intentional as to who you're speaking to, the wants, the needs, the desires, the pain points, and the solutions.
Exactly. Okay, cool. So that was Pepper that I just showed you, or sorry, that was a friend filter. The next one I'm going to show you guys is called Pepper. Okay, so Pepper, I don't have any screenshots of it or anything like that, but you guys can look it up. Basically, what's cool about this is what it does is it adds 50 friends per day for you guys. So you guys don't have to go in there and look for those like perfect future clients, right? In Pepper, there is like this whole algorithm, whole entire thing where it's like you guys put in keywords in there. So again, if you're looking for busy moms, you guys are going to put in keywords like, based off of like where to find, busy moms in Facebook groups and all over Facebook. Pepper like recognizes that, and they go look for 50 people based off of like who you're looking for, and they friend request those 50 people. So let's just say that every single day you're friend requesting 50 people, and let's just say 25 people accept it, right? Cool, that's not a bad amount, right? At least that's 25 people times 7. I'm not the best at math, but that's like 150 new people in your guys' Facebook profile friends list that could be potential, like, your guys' perfect future client buyers based off your avatar niche, right? So that's what's cool what Pepper does. The second thing, what it does is it sends out DMs to these people that accept. So you guys don't have to sit there and send any DMs to anybody. And you guys can do a cool little message to where it's not threatening. You're not trying to sell them. You're not trying to be sleazy like some of these people out there with their DMs. They're not very slick, but it could be just something very genuine. Like it could be like, hey, David, nice to connect with you. Keep up the great work. That's it. And all you're trying to do, guys, is just introduce yourself and start a conversation, because what they're going to do when they see that, they're gonna be like, oh, that's really nice of them, right? And then they're gonna go check out your profile. And if your profile is primed and has good content, they're gonna be like, who is this guy, David, right? He's got some good content. He's onto some good stuff. And when that time comes, time after time of posting content, they might be ready to raise their hand and become a client, right? So that's what's cool about Pepper is 50 friend requests, and then they send out DMs for the people that accept it. Okay, I'm gonna show you guys this other cool way right here. Actually, let me go back here. This is the third way where I'm going to show you guys manually that you guys can do this, or you guys can have a VA do this as well too. So let me see. Okay. So what you guys want to do, this works way better on like a mobile, just because the interface on Facebook's a lot better on mobile. So let's just say you guys go to your profile. Okay. Now on your profile, there'll be an area where it says friends. Okay. Now on your guys' friends, do you guys see that top left corner where it says suggestions? So what you want to do is you want to click suggestions, okay? Now, what Facebook does over time, when you start friend requesting people based off of like your avatar, your perfect future clients, the algorithm starts picking up on it. So let's just say you're working with like, busy professionals, and you start adding busy professionals every day. The algorithm's going to start suggesting more people that are like busy professionals based off of like their description or whatever they put on Facebook. So it's really cool, right? Because now you don't have to go look in Facebook groups and all that stuff. So for example, right, I'm looking for health and fitness professionals. So for me, okay, she looks like Angel is probably a health and fitness coach, right? Okay. You got to do a little bit of scouting, see like if they have on their bio, but all you do is hit add friend. And then from there, you do 25 to 50 of those, and it's just a numbers game, right? You just see if they accept it, and you send them a DM. This is the manual way, guys, where you guys can hire somebody to do this, okay? So this way you don't have to pay for any software, but it works really, really well, because what happens next is this is how you fill your Facebook group. Now, if you guys go to your Facebook group, let's see, let me pull that up real quick. Here's that. Okay, so if you guys go to a Facebook group, do you guys see this part right here where it says invite right here in blue? So all the people that you guys, it doesn't say any data right now because I think I'm going live on it. Actually, yeah, that's why. But what it does is it populates all the people that accepted your friend request, right? So if you sat there and did 50 friend requests and 25 of those people accepted, those 25 people would be right there under that invite. And all you do is invite them to the group. And maybe not every 25 people will sit there and join, but hey, maybe you guys can get like 15 or 20 people. But if you do 15 to 20 people every single day, guys, you guys can probably have about 500 people per month. That's 500 leads that's filling up your Facebook group. And it's like a microwave if you guys have really good content, right, with your perfect future clients. Does that make sense, guys? Can you guys drop me a 1 or just give me like a hand wave if this is all making sense, if this is helpful?
Yeah. And then guys, the 4 C's, what that is it's content, then it's connection, then it's conversation, and then it's conversion.
Okay, cool. So that was basically, guys, all the 3 different ways that I kind of talked about right here to be able to fill up your guys' group. We talked about friend filter, pepper, and then a manual way to do it, and then invite people to your guys' Facebook group, right? And that was basically what I covered right here under these 4 different ways, was how to fill your guys' Facebook group with tech and organic, okay? All right. So let's move on to this, Eric.
All right, student win. So guys, if you guys have been on our trainings before, we always hype up our students. We're extremely proud of them, and they're action takers, right? So usually when people take action, they get results. So I want to show you some just examples of some of our students that they've worked with us, and they've utilized these same concepts. I mean, further in depth, obviously, right? With like different things to fill up a Facebook group. But for example, Joe right here, he ended his month a little over $8,000. And I mean, again, he used some of these same things to fill up a Facebook group. He works with like speed athletes, and he does some in-person stuff as well too. Gary right here, he just finished up 5,000 in 1 week. Okay. So again, he was using the same thing, which is filling up the Facebook group, having conversations, connections, content, and then conversions. And that's Colette right there. That's a screenshot of just like one of her monthly gross incomes, a little over $5,500. So again, not too bad, right, guys? If you guys could have like one of those type of months. And again, this is just one form of lead generation, right? Utilizing a Facebook group. Here's Colt, and he does a hybrid model too. And I think he closed a client for 6 months at $480 months. Not bad at all. And then Bernardo, he's a chiropractor, $600 to $5,000 going online. Jane, $300 a month to $5,000 a month. She also does a hybrid model of in-person and online. She does it out of her garage. What's called Renato right here, leaving F45, $0 to $8,000 months, just strictly going online with his coaching business. And then Shaw, $0 to $6,000 going online with her coaching business, implementing these same Facebook strategies. Matt, $10,000 months in 6 months. So again, we just want to show you guys, exactly what is possible. If they could do this, I mean, why is it that you cannot do this?
Exactly. So guys, do you guys mind if I just take 5 minutes to show you guys like this brand new program that Eric and I came out with, and we're really excited to share with you guys. Just 5 minutes. And if you guys can give me a hand wave, if you guys can give me a 1, but I think it'll help you guys out solving some of these problems with the Facebook group and getting high paying clients. Okay. Okay. Awesome, guys. So with this, guys, let me share my screen on here really quick. So we came up with this program called the Client Getting Facebook Group, okay? And we did this just because of those 4 areas that people are struggling with. They struggle with filling their group, and then they struggle with selling, to people, right? And I'm telling you guys, like having a Facebook group is super effective, but it's just, you can't just have a Facebook group out there just to keep up with the Joneses. Like it has to be strategic. There's a strategy to all this with filling it up, the content you post, and then selling your guys' online programs with it, okay? So this is what we came up with, the Client